Dun, 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 dun.
Come earn your Toon degree at Acme University.
What if I don't want to earn my Toon degree? The hell's wrong with her face?
Responsible for shaping the greatest tune since
Oh.
1933.
Yo, I Tweety's so buff.
We've got everything to aid in your education. Large dormitory halls. A
Ugh.
great campus meal plan. A
It's not really.
Toonie ball field.
Well, something looks off about it. I can't really tell what it is.
Major in topics that really
Be
matter.
cushions. I like
While
this.
studying under our esteemed
What they're
faculty
doing.
and alumni.
I'm like a commercial.
Here at Acme Lou, we take our Toon studies
Okay.
very seriously.
We've won every major academic award for tomfoolery.
Enroll at Acme University today and fulfill your potential. Get it?
No, don't smack his hands. Tiny Toons Looniversity trailer, I think, maybe just gave me hepatitis. I think I got hepatitis now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Run around here with hepatitis because of this goddamn trailer. I don't know what it is. It was something about it I just wasn't keen with, man. Now I know I'm not the demographic for this kind of thing, and that's fine. No, it's not. Screw that. I should be the demographic for this because I was originally the demographic for this. Back in the 90s, where it belongs. It's not fair. Just because I aged like 30 years, you want to take all the old stuff that I liked when I was a kid and give it to these new kids? Screw that. Screw that to hell, man. I don't know. It was just something was a little off about this trailer, man. I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling it at all. And I was a huge Tiny Toon Adventures fan. I loved Tiny Toons. One of my favorite cartoons back then. I love that. Here's a list of my 5 favorite cartoons back in the day. Tiny Toons Adventures, Tiny Toon Adventures, Beetlejuice, the Beetlejuice cartoon, Ghostbusters, Mr. Bumpy. I used to like Mr. Bumpy a lot. On my 90s kids. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say Mr. Bumpy.
Everybody bump. He goes 100 miles an hour, he drinks dynamite. His name is Mr. Bumpy, he goes on in the night.
And Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats, Doug. Those are my cartoons in the 90s. But Tiny Toon Adventures was up there, man. I did originally get excited when I heard this was coming out too. I was like, wow, yay, they're gonna reboot one of my old favorite cartoon series. And then I remembered the word, reboot. It's not a good word when it comes to this kind of stuff. Reboot for another generation, rebooting updated for today's times. Tiny Toon Adventures was so 90s, man. Up from Buster being the classic 90s protagonist or main character, Babs being the classic secondary main character, or were they both the main characters? They're kind of both the main characters. You know, just all the tropes and everything that made Tiny Toons awesome back in the day. It was so 90s. It was so incredibly 90s. That's what kind of makes me a little bit afraid in this, you know? I definitely don't think Buster's going to be the same Buster. I don't think he's going to be the same Buster at all. Another thing I heard about this, which is a little awkward, and correct me if I'm wrong, I heard that Buster and Babs are now brother and sister. Now, for those of you who don't know about Tiny Toon Adventures, you may think, what's the problem? What's the point? Well, in the 90s version, they hinted at potential love interests, romantic interests with them, and they would always come on and introduce themselves, Buster and Babs Bunny, no relation, just to let you know that this show wasn't about incest or that Alabama stuff. So they're just saying screw it and making them brother and sister. Now, I don't know how true that is. I'm hoping it's not true at all. But who knows nowadays, man? Who knows? Let me know if you do know. All in all, I think I don't really have too much excitement for this trailer. I just need them to reboot Freakazoid. No, I don't, because they're going to mess up Freakazoid if they reboot Freakazoid. They're not going to. Well, the Animaniacs reboot was pretty good. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So maybe they won't mess it up. Well, hey, I just found a silver lining. The Animaniacs reboot was pretty good. Maybe the Tiny Toons Adventures and Tiny Toon Looniversity, maybe this is going to be good. Maybe I need to stop being so pessimistic. Maybe I don't.